What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. Damn, Drizzy. Snake Eyes called you out right there. Man. Snake Eyes called you out like that, bro. Shouts out to you though, Drizzy, for not biting into that, man, and actually still keeping your composure. Snake Eye definitely is one of those emotional. He's a emotional and delusional dude. You can't tell that man when he get bodied in a battle, he didn't get bodied. He didn't lose. He made a big rant talking about how when the crowd was saying Coffee 30 him that he didn't get 30. And I really believe that. He probably didn't get 30 because sometimes the battle rap community is funny. They say stuff, then you got to see it for yourself to make sure it's true. Because a lot of them be gassing, a lot of them be really biased and hating on other people, man, to the point that they will actually do some stuff like that. So that's why I had to see it for myself. But I saw it for myself, and this time it was actually true. She did 30 him, 30. So with that being said, he was all, no, she didn't, no, she didn't, no. It could go either way, you know what I'm saying? She did. That's how I knew it probably was true too, to some degree too. Even though again, you still gotta look into things. But when he was saying stuff like, I ain't gonna, don't get me wrong, she came with it, she did her thing. I ain't gonna lie, but I was nice too. Anyway, he definitely don't like to admit when he gets smoked and lose battles. So according to you, Drizzy, he was offended you told him he lost the battle. And as a result of that, he took it personal and started taking shots at you. He said that you was like a backstabber and a traitor who riding Cap's wave. Okay. And that you betrayed your homies. Okay, so let's talk about it. Did Drizzy betray Black Compass? Absolutely not. If you start out some type of way and this is what we was, and then the vehicle start getting off track and going in a whole nother direction than where you started at, and you don't like the direction that it's going and the things that's coming with it as a result of being off track, you're not wrong for wanting to branch off to do your own thing, to do what's best for you and stay on the course of what you believe is true for you. He didn't come out dissing Black Compass in no type of way, but with all the things that were surrounding them and all the things that were being done, I can vouch for Drizzy on this to know this for a fact from what I know about him personally and why me and him used to do our own personal show. We had our own little segments on the Black Compass channel, the Drizzy and the Drizzy and Truth show, or the Truth and Drizzy. We had a couple names on our stuff. The Midwest thing, we had a couple different names. We never really had a specific solid name for something. We just would go with the flow as we go. But he made it his business to personally want to reach out to me to start doing shows with me, not only because we both were from Chicago, but because we both had the same perspectives on a lot of things. And we didn't compromise the things we knew to be true. And we can have mature conversations about battle rap on every level without having to kiss butt, be biased, be censored when it came to addressing a lot of different subjects that some of the others wouldn't dare to talk on. For the most part, Tony Bro, he made it his business that he was going to be some type of bias, get ahead by any means as you can, no matter what you're willing to sell out and give. Drizzy never liked that. He never liked that. I know that for a fact. Again, that was one of the reasons why he reached out to me, and we had our own segments on the shows and things like that, because he wanted to be authentic and true to himself and his roots and what battle rap really was, and figured that for the most part he could really only get that with me, you know. And that was like the major biggest thing on that channel when we came together and did those things. Everybody know that to be true. Go check the numbers at that time. Now, with that being said, so that's always been him. And that's why you will see him out of the limelight in a lot of things. He never liked the champion of the year panel thing to sit on thing. He never liked it that. He never liked it the judging thing. He never liked it those things. He always wanted a space by which there's a fine line he didn't want to cross with the battle rappers, believing that it would take away from him being genuine if he had to call them out on something that they was wrong about, or that they were doing wrong. So he never wanted to cross those lines where it could actually put him in a place where he would have to compromise that, and his integrity would have to be challenged, or actually uh, um, propositioned to some degree to be for sale. He never liked that. He didn't like what was going on when the bootleg thing took place. He didn't like what was going on with the polo thing, with the female, the catfish thing going on. He never liked that. So he figured he wanted to branch from all that stuff and do things his way, because they were catching a lot of heat and backlash. In so much, this was okay. Let's just keep it real. Here's something that y'all probably didn't know. And I'm going to tell y'all something that's real. Y'all probably didn't know. That was one of the reasons why uh, Black Compass even started doing their own show thing when they were with Caps. Caps was at one time making a lot of enemies, a lot of threats was going on, and a lot of people were threatening to do stuff to him and wanted to do things to him. Sometimes when a person can't get to you, they get to who close to you. And Black Compass at the time was taking a lot of heat as a result of what uh, was going on with Caps, to the point that eventually they branched off, end up doing their own thing, because Caps was offended that Tony Bro didn't have his back on some of the controversy he was getting pertaining to some of the threat things. And remember, he was it was being recorded while they heard him speaking against Tony Bro. And then Caps was disrespecting Rome, Grandmama and them, talking about how uh, he was gonna go to her grave, dig up her body, and go screw her. Apparently, somebody from Rome, Cap, uh, Camp, pulled the gun out on Tony Bro. It could have got real messy and ugly. So they decided to do their own thing as a result of a lot of things that came with that. And this is no different. Black Compass, and just keeping it real, and Drizzy just got through addressing this. Not Drizzy, Cola just got through addressing this not too long ago. Even though, according to him, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him, and they just wolfing. But a lot of threats have been coming out of people saying, I better not see you at events, talking about Cola, talking about Polo. A lot of battle rappers, them, a few battle rappers been threatening them. You know what I'm saying? From the Geechees, the Swamps, the Easies, the John Johns, Rosenberg Rawls. So a few of these battle rappers basically been threatening that they better not see them at events and things like that. So you don't need all that type of stuff like that. That's not backstabbing and betraying somebody because they not going to go down with the ship of people actions who actually putting them in a situation where these things is happening. And he shouldn't have to be put in a position to have to uh, uh, be threatened in that situation like that. And you out of all people, Snake Eyes, you got your nerves to actually be saying the things you be saying. Cause let's just be honest, bro. You only rocking with Tony, bro, as your manager so that he can carry a lot of the costs that you lack, that you can't carry. Let's just be honest, bro. That's a fact. Okay? I know this. I've been hearing things behind the scenes. I know these things. You're not going to never address that. You're not going to never say nothing about that. You know that for a fact. And you trying to say that because in the long run, you're using this guy for your own benefit. So you figure if you say something like that, you proving that you a stand-up guy. Like, no, we're not going to play them games. We're not going to play them games. And that man ain't wrong for wanting to be his own man, to start and do his own thing. He ain't disrespecting them. He ain't speaking against them in no type of way. He doing good battle rap journalism. That's what he doing. He doing good shows, having good conversations. It's respectable. And it's obvious people like him. It's obvious people rocking with him. Has nothing to do with Caps. Has nothing to do with Caps. Because, again, he is already known in the battle rap community. Even though I ain't taking from Caps, they may have started out over there, but they've been putting in enough work. Let's just keep it real. They've been putting up enough work among themselves that even if it's Cola, even if it's Polo, even if it's Tony, bro, they can stand on their own in battle rap. They done put in enough work for years to all branch off, do their own thing, and actually be successful in battle rap media for what battle rap media is. Even though this is a small community, this ain't even considered nowhere near the real communities and on YouTube that actually big money is made. So them brothers can do their own thing and be successful individually if they choose to. Like you see Cola doing on Spaces. What you see Tony Bro doing, what you seeing Drizzy doing. See, they showing that in their own separate lanes, they still can be successful. You sound stupid. You just be saying things just to be saying it because you are emotional. You are a very emotional guy, bro. And it's terrible. You got a lot of female tendencies, bro. You do a lot of whining, a lot of screaming. It's hard to talk to you. You can't have a respectable conversation. You think you better than everybody else. You think you bigger than what you really are. You really, really think you that dude. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with being confident about yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But bro, you need a reality check of the things that you actually be saying out of your mouth. You be delusional. You be in denial. And it's not hate. It's just the truth. It's not hate. It's just the truth. Now, people may ask the question like, truth. Well, hold on. Get out of there. Now, people may ask and say things like, truth, man, you be going hard sometimes on Snake Eyes. In fact, let me just say something about that situation. There was a time I was cool with the brother. I ain't got nothing against him for the most part. But I remember I used to try to talk to the brother, give him good words of advice and encouragement. Me and bad. He know this. Some things I'm not going to say in the public, but the things I can say in the public out of respect for what was in the inside, what was on the inside, I'm going to say. Used to get a brother, used to try to help the brother in his career, to get him good advice so that he can shine, so that he can be better as a rapper, to be established, so that, he was hard-headed. He just never want to listen. You can't really tell him nothing. He's stuck in his ways. Very arrogant, very prideful. Got this chip on his shoulder. which y'all see, it always continue to get him in trouble. Always getting him in trouble. He is a loose cannon. That's what ended up getting his butt whooped out there with Stumbles now. He don't have street knowledge, the sense to recognize a lot of things that he should be mindful of. You can't tell the brother nothing. He ego driven. He the type of brother that you can see good things in him, but he's going to mess it up because he can't be regulated. He gonna mess it up. So when I seen that he was stubborn, hard-headed, didn't want to listen, very argumentative, I'm like, look, bro, I ain't got nothing else to say to you then from this point on, man. Yeah, just do you. Do your thing. So every time things bad start happening to it, I would remind him of it because he know the conversations we had behind the scenes. He know that. And then to add insult to injury, Tony Bro became his manager, and Tony Bro, that's a dirty, shifty, grimy snake dude himself. And that dude did a lot of dirty macking, hating on me and things like that. So that right there just let me know right then and there, like, I always remind them of their shame then. You get what I'm saying? So that was just icing on the cake for me. Just keeping it 100. But yeah, them brothers be out of pocket, man. How you gonna call Drizzy out on being his own man, branching away, doing his own thing to make it seem as though he disloyal, to make it seem like he not honorable because he wouldn't stay around a lot of things that took place that was foul that he believed took from him. Loyalty is a two-way street. Loyalty is a two-way street. It ain't just me being loyal. It's us being loyal and committed to one another. And when you messing up the program and you going out of your way doing all these things and now it's bringing heat down on me, you got to be man enough to accept your own weight. And that's something that they lack. That's something they was in denial about. Not being responsible. So no, you can't hate on that dude for that. Let the man do his thing. If the battle rap community didn't like him, he wouldn't be here. And it don't matter whose show he on. Anybody can go on Cap's show. That don't mean that people gonna like you. You still gotta have something to give. You still gotta have personality. You still gotta be charismatic when speaking. You still gotta have some type of likability that the people want to look into you. It don't matter who he put up there. Do the people like you? But like I said, he was already known and established things like that. So no, you using that's not true. That's not true. Like I said, me and him did many shows together. Thousands and thousands of views, faithfully. So stop it, bro. You just a jealous dude. You a bitter, angry, jealous dude. And at the end of the day, you be using Tony Bro, man, to your own game too. You ain't loyal. You ain't faithful. Didn't you get his ass whooped? You got Tony Bro ass whoop out there. If you never did what you did, they never would have stumped that man. What if they'd have stumped him to death? Because he wasn't fighting back. He was on the ground, balled up like a fetus. He wasn't fighting back. He wasn't trying to fight back. What if they would have beat his brains out as a result of what you did and stumped his lights out? Like what really goes on in this day and age. And from what I'm hearing, them dudes had guns too. So what if they would have blew his brains out? You wouldn't have did nothing but been the same dude you is right now, still on the internet, talking crazy, acting like you tough, don't want to accept responsibility, think you better than everybody else. You wouldn't have cared. That man would have lost his life for nothing. So who are you to call anybody out? Who are you to do that? Like, get up out of here. Like you faithful, like you loyal. You didn't even help. Look, you can never call Drizzy out on being disloyal to them. You was right there with the man and wouldn't help him fight. You watching him get his ass whooped with the good eye you got left. You didn't attempt to help him at all, and you sitting over there watching it. Trying to act like you looking for your phone. Like, hey, where's my phone? Hey, where's my belt? Bring my belt back. Right. You avoiding them stumping your man out in the corner. Then they try to make it seem as though y'all was fighting back. Like, man, get out of here. Who you fooling? No, 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 no. Man, get out of here with that trash. We saw the footage. I dare you try to call Drizzy out for being disloyal. You watching your man get his ass whooped who out there for you and going out of his pocket to make sure you got restaurant food and put in a nice hotel. Like, boy, get up out of here. Who you fooling? You're a straight up con artist. Simple as that. You the one disloyal. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. Ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.